Till now we know three sections: default, front end, and back end. I've created a video and I've described completely these three functions. If you don't know, you can look at those videos in this playlist. But I wanna introduce you another section, which is listen. When do we use listen section? When we have only one front end section and only one back end section. All traffic coming this front end goes completely to this back end. I mean, we can have complete proxy section combination of front end and back end without mentioning them. In this section I can say listen on port 80 and redirect incoming traffic from port 80 to these server, and this is the configuration. All front end and back end will be used here. If you pay attention, we don't mention front end or back end here, but we are using this. Then you have different front, back end, and for example in this scenario I have two back end and I can use 80 and 81 port. Port 80 goes to my app, 81 go to image app. In this scenario it is not possible to use listen section. I have to create front end and back end for all of them separately, and it is not possible to use listen in this scenario. Let's go and test this. As you know, my laboratory is like that. First I'm going to run this one 041. After that I am going to test it. All this file is on my GitHub and you can use all of them. This is my backend server. You can see I'm running 3 Docker Django application, and I'm using this HAProxy to redirect incoming traffic, and this is my file. Okay, let's go and test. This is my file. This is the first scenario. I have listen section and all my front end and back end configuration is here. Here you can see all incoming traffic to port 80 goes to port 8010 on backend server. This is my HAProxy. All incoming traffic to my IP address is 5621. Redirect to 5622 port 8010, and that's it. Let's go and test it, but before testing it we can try host name. This is my HAProxy curl to port 8010. It is working. Also app1 and app2 is working. That's it. Now I can run it. So the HAProxy run this file, and if this is my front end, and I curl port 80 on my HAProxy. This is the application running on backend server, but on port 81 nothing answering me. And if I stop it and run the second scenario, let me put this configuration at the beginning to avoid any confusion. Okay, that's it. I save it. In the second scenario, you can see I have two front end. This is my front end, my app, which is related to this backend, and this is another front end is related to this backend. In this backend, in my HAProxy, all incoming traffic to port 80 here will go to server 22 port 80 10, and in this all incoming traffic to port 81 will redirect to port 8020. Here the IP address 8020. But before beginning the test, I will curl to port 8010, 8020, all of them. My application and authentication application is running. So I will save it and sudo HAProxy. Here you can see on port 80 my auth application is running, and in port 81 auth application 80 is my application. It is auth application, it is my application, and that's it. I think now you understand the listen section and when do you can use this section.